Is the Queen Catholic? This seems like something I should know. Should have gone my instinct. I'm gonna fail this test. Watch me waste my education. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, I am Yvette. I moved to the UK 2.5 years ago and I'm documenting my experience. So for today's video, I thought it would be fun to do something a bit different. I've done quizzes in the past, but I haven't done them. So I thought something I've wanted to do for a long time, but I wanted it to be long enough that it would count. And that I would have had a good chance of at least performing well, I guess. So what I'm beating around the bush to say is that I'm sitting the British citizen test. Practice test. Practice. The way to sit this test officially, I don't mind sharing my journey because I think it's helpful for those who are looking to move to the UK and need to know visa options and what that looks like practically. I am on a 2.5-year spouse visa. I will renew and do another 2.5-year visa. Then I will apply for indefinite leave to remain after 5 years. Then after 1 year of indefinite leave to remain, so 6 years, I will then be eligible to apply for citizenship. You have to, fit the criteria of like speaking the language, etc., etc. But one of the criteria is passing this test. So I thought, I'm going to start studying now because I don't know that much, but I wanted to see how well I would do with just literal life in the UK after like say 3 years or a bit more, like if you can't travels here rather than like officially here. So yes, I will stop waffling and we'll jump into it. So the website I'm using is lifeintheuk.co.uk. They update it all the time. It's very good if you're trying to actually study for it. As you can see, they have multiple tests for specifically for 2021, which is great. So I'm just going to go down here and start test. I don't know who these people are. So this is someone saying that they're British and they failed, so that bodes well for me. Okay, so I'm going to start the test. Okay, so you have 24 questions. You can review them later. There's 24 questions. You have to get 75% to pass, and that means 18 correct. I'll be honest, if they ask me anything about years or sport, it's not going to go well for me. I'm very top line, give me the gist of things. Which two? Oh, I hate when they're like pick two, because it just makes, or pick more than one, because it just makes like the probability options are so much wider when they do that, because it could be A, B, A, B, B, A, B, C, A, 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 C, do you know what I mean? I've already lost the plot in question one. Whatever. Which two fought in wars against Napoleon? I was like expecting this to be like World War II and I'd be like Winston Churchill, know that very well. But Napoleon? Well, it wasn't Margaret Thatcher and it wasn't Churchill, so we'll say the other two. Oh, it tells you straight away if you got it right. Good and bad. I got it right, so good. Is that question 6? Am I on question 6? Why am I on question 6? I don't understand this test. What type of government was formed after the general election in 2010? 10? I wasn't here. 10? I was in high school. Okay, when was Brexit? Brexit was 2013. That was Cameron. He was... Yeah, I don't like that I can't pick it and then think about it. It's like you've picked. Okay, so we've done 2. I don't understand this website because it says I've done 2, but it says I'm on question 1. Or maybe that's the test. I don't know. The Brit Awards is an event where sports people are given awards. False. That's for music. Which of the following is a fundamental principle of British life? Individual liberty, extremism, intolerance, inequity. Well, only one of those is positive, so we'll go number 1, A. Well done. Scottish Parliament can pass legislation for Scotland on all matters, true or false? And believe that to be true based on COVID, because they all have had their own COVID rules. It wasn't letting me pick it, so maybe I should have taken that as a hint. So they can, what a dumb question. The Scottish Parliament can pass laws for Scotland on all matters which are not specifically reserved to the UK Parliament. So yes, You just stopped talking. The sentence ended. So yeah, I'd argue that, but sure. Fail. Who built the Tower of London? This seems like I should know. Queen Elizabeth II, definitely not. Winston Churchill, definitely not. Oliver Cromwell, perhaps. William the Conqueror. I know Tower of London was all about like hanging heads off the bridge and stuff, which seems very William the Conqueror. Why should it be Cromwell? No, it was. There you go. Deduction. Which of the following statements is correct? The divine right of kings meant the king was appointed by God. Divine right of kings means that the English king should rule France. I do not know. Would the government put in something about ruling France in the British citizen test? Yes. Divine right of kings. Divine. I know they say that the royal family is chosen by God, so I would say that's because that's what the coronation is by like a priest to say that you're the chosen one and you're anointed by God. So I'm gonna go first one and hope that they aren't gonna start a war with France. Correct. Which of the following statements is correct? I hate these. Industrial Revolution was the rapid development of industry in 18th and 19th century. The Industrial Revolution introduced changes to the banking system in the 1970s. I think it's the rapid development of industry for Industrial Revolution. Good. Which two Protestant Christian groups are in the UK? What is with all the religion? And I hate that I can't touch them. I think if it's Australia, sorry if you hear tippy taps, it is the dog who's decided to have a rave outside. This little banging on. Just walked past. This is why we're in that room normally. Anyways, religion. Stop getting distracted. Which two Protestant groups? If it was Australian, I would say Baptist and Catholic because of the whole Henry VIII thing. Let's do Catholic because that's the safest. Oh, they don't tell you if you get one right. So we've only got 2 wrong and we're at 10 questions, so we'll see. What important change to the voting rights took place in 1969? Okay, that's not that long ago, but also kind of long ago. Compulsory voting was introduced. Not the case. Not compulsory. Prisoners were given the vote. Maybe. Women over 35 were given the vote. I hope to God that wasn't in 1969. The voting age was reduced to 18 for men and women. Why would it be reduced to 18? Is it gonna? This one's really hard. I'll talk through. It's definitely not. It's not compulsory. So that hasn't happened. Prisoners maybe 35. I will absolutely rage quit this entire video if it is the third one. It could be the 40. Could be 18. But I feel like that's. Was it not always 18? Like, haven't we been aging people up? Like, if anything, you were going to increase the voting age, not decrease it, because, like, child labour. Do prisoners even have a vote, I guess, is the real question. Okay. Well, how long's this video been going for? How long's this test? I've got 30 minutes and okay, we've got time. What if we review the question for later? Because what if there's an answer for another, like that could come up in a different question, and then you save yourself. So we'll come back to it. Which of the following statements is correct? There is a yearly sailing race on the River Thames between Oxford and Cambridge universities. There is a yearly rowing race on the Thames. I'm pretty sure it's a rowing race. Correct. Is it the punting? No, it's not punting. I know they all they do their thing. I've seen it. I went there, I saw it. Some people rent land called an allotment where they grow fruit or vegetables. Wait, do they rent it? Do you rent it? I thought it came maybe you do rent it. I've seen them. They're around where I live. I've just never thought how you get them. Sure. Let's say they rent them. Is it going to be like, oh no, it's not letting me pick it, which makes me think it's wrong. Oh no, it isn't. We're good. The Restoration refers to the re-establishment of the Catholicism as the official church in the 17th century. Is the Queen Catholic? This seems like something I should know for this test. Does she have a communion? What? The kids get christened, but I haven't seen a kids do a Holy Communion. So okay, here's my absolute butchering of UK history. I'm under the impression that they were a republic for a short time and then the Restoration was putting the royal family back in, but are they saying that as the Catholic Church? But then, what if we go false? Oh, I'm so smart. Yes, the Restoration will be putting because King Henry VIII was Protestant and he was still king, so it's obviously not linked. Cool. Why was the Magna Carta important? Is this my A-levels? I meant HSE, but I thought I'd appropriate it for the British audience. My final year studies. I did legal studies and I should know this, so watch me waste my education. Why was the Magna Carta important? It gave all men the right to vote. It limited the power of the monarch. It established a new system of free education. It gave women legal rights. Ugh. What? Okay. I have no idea. I would have said A is wrong because men rule the world, and always have, so obviously they'd always, who else would be voting if not them? But then, so limited the monarch, would I have learnt that? But then it would be very ironic if the answer is established free education and then in my education I failed to learn about the Magna Carta. Okay, limiting the power of the monarch seems to make sense to me because that could be how there's now a government and a monarch, so yeah, let's do that. There's Prime Minister and a royal family. I'm really good at taking multiple choice questions. If you ask me outright with no multiple choice, would have no idea, but I can deduce the right answer. There are two fundamental principles of British life. Back to these twos again. Growing your own fruit and vegetables. Well, I have absolutely not lived my British life. Only driving your car on weekdays. Broken that one. Participating in community life. Tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs. I believe it to be participation in community life and tolerance. British people are nothing but tolerant, if you ask me. Which two political parties are in the UK? Labour, Office Party. Whoever wrote this made the jokes. Modern Party and Conservative Party. So it's obviously Labour and Conservative. We've got the Tory. Imagine if you're where are the Tories? Which of the following statements is correct? Self-employed people can ask a friend to pay their national insurance contributions on their behalf. Self-employed people need to pay national insurance contributions themselves. It would be weird if you could ask a friend. That's just me. That seems like you're really opening the door for corruption on that one. So we'll hope it's do it yourself. Would have thought so. Union flag comprises of 4 crosses, one for each part of the United Kingdom. True or false? See, this is one of those things, like, yes, it's got crosses. Does it represent each part of the United Kingdom? Because you've obviously got the English flag, right? Hear me out. I've put a lot of thought into this. Red cross with white background. Then you have the Scottish aspect, which is the blue bit, and then Wales is just like, I'm a dragon. Where's the dragon? There's no green. I'm gonna say true, because it seems like they'll be like, oh, it's loosely linked to the flower of Northern Ireland or something. No! There we go. The Union flag comprises of 3, oh, it's 4. This is why I hate these questions, because it's like a technicality. 3 crosses, St. George, St. Andrew, and St. Patrick. So if we lose Ireland, we have to change the flag. Wales just doesn't get represented, it turns out. Union flag consists of 3 crosses. So the Scottish one is white on blue and diagonal red cross on white. Okay, fine. I'm dumb. I get it. What important event happened in England in 1066? Norman invasion. Romans left England. Built off a dike. What? The building of the off dike. That seems questionable. Battle of Bannockburn. Can I read? I'm so tired. Bannockburn. All I know is, all the boomers I know talk about Norman invasion, but it also could be when the Romans left. Did the Romans leave? Norman invasion, the Romans left. Oh, I'm not going to get this right. It's going to be 50-50. How much do I need to, 24, and I have to get 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I can get 6 wrong. Does that mean I passed? No, absolutely not. Okay, so we'll go Norman invasion. I don't think Normandy is the same thing though, which is what I'm referring to. Romans left England. Ow! Should have gone my instinct. Hastings. Battle of Hastings. So annoying. I knew it. Which of the following statements is correct? Both Jane Austen and Charles Dickens are famous painters. No, they're novelists. Don't give me these dumb questions when you ask me like, what happened in 1066? Which of the following statements is correct? Gilbert and Sullivan were a comedy duo. Gilbert and Sullivan wrote many comic operas. I think they're a double act, but I could be wrong. I don't really know. I'm gonna fail this test. Oh my god, this is so upsetting. Literally have never, like, I've heard their names but I've only heard a reference to them. I've never actually learnt anything. Oh my god. I need to get these 2 right or I fail. Thank god. What event is remembered on the 5th of November? Remember, the 5th of November. It is Queen's birthday, end of Second World War, a plot to blow up the House of Parliament, and the defeat of Spanish Armada. It is the plot to blow up the House of Parliament, thank God. Which of the following statements is correct? UK is governed by Parliament sitting in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. UK government is governed by a Parliament sitting in Westminster. See, this is one of those technicality ones. I'm going to say, fuck, am I going to fail? This is so upsetting. I'm going to say it's the Westminster one just because they don't list England on the top one and that seems like a big oversight, like a tricksy question. Oh my god. Okay, and I'll go back to my 11, which I think I've passed because I can get 6 wrong. What is important change? Okay, that's right. We're going to say, do we go prisoners given the vote? No. It was reduced. I want to know what it was before 1969. If you know, tell me. So, Oh my god, did I fail? That's 6 questions wrong. Is that a fail right on? It just says restart test. Does that mean I failed? No, I should have passed. This should have been a pass. Why wasn't it letting me? Restart test. I swear it said finish test. Found the finish test button. Okay. There we go. But I did go through and know all the answers at the end. That's super annoying. But I had 19 out of 24 the first time. So I did in fact pass, which bodes well for when I have to sit the test, because I guess you do end up learning, because I've never sat down and like properly studied for this. It's just been a matter of me going to many National Trust sites and English heritage sites. And it turns out you learn a bit when you go to those sites and museums. But thank you so much for watching. Tell me in the comments, would you have passed this exam? Tell me in the comments below if you're British, if you would have passed, or if you're not British, do you think you would have passed? Maybe you're just a history buff. Reminder, I am streaming over on Twitch every Sunday from 4 till 6, so come join me over there. Links will be below as always. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe so I can see you next time. But yeah, thanks for doing this test with me. Obviously got all you good energy for making me pass. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.